I see these fucking Minecraft channels and shit like doing like 3 million, 4 million subs in 2 years.
True. That's true.
Bro, hip hop not doing that for us, bro.
Thing is, though, bro, you got to do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Minecraft. I would love to have some of that Minecraft money. I ain't trying to fucking play Minecraft all day, bro. That's trash. So, you know what I mean? It's like you got to kind of stick to what you're good at, but also it's like a fine line. There's a balance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, bro, you could quit it all and start a Minecraft channel. That'd probably be popping. I'd like to see that. But
Yo,
I don't know if you'd stick with it, bro.
Yo, I'm toxic as hell, though.
That might work.
Wait.
That might work.
Is that one now?
Everything's on.
Right.
Yo, can I get a picture of us together before we start, just for my Insta?
Yeah, come on, let's
Thank
do
you.
it, man.
Bro, people are going to love this, man. Us two sitting down. People are going to love this shit.
Well, listen, it's no gang signs.
Yeah, hell no, bro. Hell no.
I can't do that. No,
Bro, you actually live here, too.
I
You know
know,
what I'm
right?
saying?
Come on, let's go. You good?
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Man, yo,
Yeah.
yo.
Everything's recorded, so
Lit.
green light.
Yeah, yo, but like speaking of Minecraft, though, like you kind of have the Minecraft archetype, though.
What do you mean?
Like the bowl cut,
Oh,
the
shit.
glasses on.
Bro, you know what it is, yeah? Sometimes, like, people, like, make fun of how I look, and I'm like, yo, the more weird I look, like, the more viral my shit is. Like, I only started getting memed when people started putting up... I remember I did my, like, GD versus the BDs video, right? And then people started posting, like, yo, why is this Forever 21 floor manager talking about the GDs and the BDs? That was like, yo, this guy, like, he looks like Harry Potter, and he's talking about all this stuff. But it's like, I don't know, it's just like the more weird I look, like, the more lame I look, the more viral I go. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in Minecraft, dude.
Yo, do you think that you are the greatest white boy in hip hop history?
Man, there's been a lot of great white boys in hip hop history that came before me, man.
Man, speak on. Wait, hold up. Like who?
Like Ruri. No, I'm fucking with you. Not Ruri.
Fuck. No. yo, wait. I know it's crazy too, though, right? And tell me, does this count as dick riding? All right.
Okay. What is the dick like right now? What is the whole thing with dick riding, bro? Dick riding is like the word of the day.
Yes, dick riding, right?
Bruh.
But does let's say again, not me, right? But somebody like me, right? Who listens to Act, love Act.
Hey, I love that.
Is it dick riding that they automatically inherit Act's beef for Rory and hate Rory too just because they listen to Act?
No, but the thing is, right? If you listen to enough Ack, you're not just inheriting the Ruri beef just because you like Ack, right? When you know the facts of the story, when you know that Ruri was pulled up in the Kia on Ack's crib and put the little like love letter through the mailbox from the Stooges, and you know the law. Once you understand the law, it's hard to like Ruri. I gotta say, like I kind of am trolling a little bit, but like you know what I'm saying, I used to love Ruri and Mal, like what they were doing. I did think like Ruri, his whole little like gangster, I'm gonna pull up in the Kia thing. It's kind of lame. Like I don't know, that kind of made me turn against him. And I'm a big Ack fan. I don't know if I'd say I'm a dick rider, but like Ack is one of the goats in this shit, bro. This like what we're doing, what Adam's doing, like it wouldn't exist if Ack wasn't doing what he did.
Wait. I love it. Listen, the Fully start early. Hold up now. Are you saying that Adam is one of Act's sons too?
Look, I'm not going to say son.
I mean,
Okay, I'm not trying to say son, but I'm trying to say maybe they went to the same grade school, and maybe Ack was a year above. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ack had the answers to the test first. But I don't know whether I'd say son. I feel like it's like that's extreme. But let's be real, right? Ack was out there grinding, putting these videos together before anybody even knew how to fucking make a YouTube video, like, realistically. So like Ack is the founding father, bro. But like, yo, man, calling Adam his son, I feel like it's too much. I've heard some of those rants.
Again, like listen. So like the son word has been kind of Adam has been on edge about that son word. I would say because of the Andrew Channel 5 shit.
Yeah, we can talk about that too, bro.
Bro, speak on that, right? So first off, for y'all who don't know who not Andrew 5, it's Channel 5
Andrew Callahan.
Yeah. Right. So now I would say this. Andrew strikes me as one of those good dudes, right? He's just the genuine good dude who is empathetic and like things like that affect him strongly. You know, cats like myself, you feel me? You know, empathy probably isn't the best thing to use to describe me, right?
You're just wilding out trying to entertain people. And that's a different approach. It's like Ack. He's just drinking Henny on stream, trying to have a good time, saying whatever he feels like at the moment, and he might change his opinion the next day. Andrew, at least until the last couple of videos of his that I saw, he was a very careful journalist that would seemingly like, you know, think things through, like craft kind of like take his time making a piece, which is why I was kind of disappointed when I saw that O-Block video. I felt like either he rushed it or he didn't really go through the facts properly. But like blaming Ack and Adam for the gang war in Chicago to me is just crazy.
speak on that, right? Because yo, I've always said this, right? The hood is probably one of the strange, like if you truly dissect it to like the simplest form, it's primal, right? Like how they behave, how they act, how they move, right? So when I see that, now the blaming act is an interesting conversation, right? Because I kind of always ask this: is do people in King Von comments when like he posts, yo, I'm finna kill this nigga by next month, are people who retweeted it, quote tweeted it, and hopped in this comment section, are they just as culpable as Ack? Or is it just, yo, Ack had a platform, right? So like, speak on that though. So when you heard him blame, I guess, Adam and Ack for that, what was your thoughts?
So I don't know whether I would go as far as to say like, I don't know, the hood as primal, but it's definitely like situations where you've got areas that are like very high crime, then they don't get a lot of investment from the government or the city. They're kind of left behind. And, you know, unfortunately, those are the areas where there might be a lot of minorities, black, Hispanic, whatever, right?
Wait,
bro,
yo,
like,
listen,
you're trying to, bro.
Yo, Laura, right, raw.
Boss Top said in the Channel 5 documentary, or the Adam interview, he was like, there's only one white family that live in O Block. And look, like, it's the black community kind of has been pressed down by the government, by the powers that be. So I don't know whether I want to agree that it's like primal, but you've essentially got like an area that's high crime, it's got a lot of problems, and people are kind of pushed to behave in a way that's negative. I don't think King Von was necessarily like just like an evil dude.
Shit.
He grew up, lost several of his homies. He was probably hurt, brokenhearted, and he was out trying to get revenge for what he felt was done to him. And even if you go back and watch my FBG documentary, I always say in that documentary, it's like, yo, these guys are killers, but we got to have some sympathy for them because they have had their friends taken from them, right? So I think there's so much more like socio-economic reasons for a lot of the violence that goes on in these places, which again, you didn't hear any of that in the Andrew Callahan documentary. It was all Ack's fault, Adam's fault, the YouTube documentary's fault. He didn't talk once about the socio-economic conditions of O Block. Like, why is O Block being allowed to get so fucked up? Why don't the police, the city, whatever, like go and help these situations? And it just seemed like such a lazy journalism of Andrew, and I expect more from him to just be like, yo, it's Ack's fault. It's Adam. Like, they're stoking up the violence. When really it's like, yo, there are so many problems going on in like inner city Chicago or other areas that need addressing. Like, bro, if Ack deletes his channel or if Ack didn't do War in Chirac, like, you really mean to tell me that would have changed anything of the violence going on?
In fact, yo, listen, right? Like, I've always stated this and got backlash from it, right? I've never been afraid of racism. I've been afraid of niggerism, right?
Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me because I don't know what that means exactly.
Yeah, right? So niggerism is the plague that plagues me because I'm a black man, right? Meaning, like, when I, like, leave my house, right? I can get pulled over 1,000 times, 10,000 times by the police. I don't fear not a goddamn... I don't fear nothing, right? I'll probably go home. But if I go to Roscoe's House and Waffles of Chickens 100 times with my jewelry on, right? Again, like pulling up in a car that I worked hard for, I'm gonna die, right? My absolute biggest obstacles have never been racism and oppression. My biggest obstacles have been other niggas, right? So like when you say like, yo, like we have to have sympathy and these people have been oppressed and pressed on, listen, bro, like Negroes' biggest issues is Negroes. Look, right, for example, right? And when did the hood become so bad? It's during the crack epidemic, right?
That's true.
Now, guess what? Guess who brought crack to the hood? Niggas. 2 local drug dealers in South Central found a Colombian plug and brought crack to the hood. Dumb niggas fucked that shit up.
But bro, you got to think on the next level, bro. Who put the Colombian plug in situation to be able to bring this stuff over? And if you go to the next level of this stuff, a lot of it's like the government, Ronald Reagan, they allowed this stuff to happen. And let's be real, I think those governments in the 80s were racist and they wanted to destroy the black community. And I think going back to what you say, I understand where you're coming from when you say, I'm not going to say the word you used, but I'm definitely not going to say that. But I'm going to say, like, you know, I can understand, obviously, black on black crime is like a massive problem. But again, if a guy is running into Roscoe's and shooting the first person with $100,000 chain on, that is a problem. If you take that to the next level, that's a problem with poverty. People, I don't know the details of the guy that did the shooting. They're saying it was a father, son or whatever, but like,
father, son, stepmama.
Bro, that's crazy. But how down bad must they be to be running around doing shit like that? And again, I don't want to give anyone a pass because if you're a killer, if you're a murderer, that is bad. Society, as a society, we have to say, well, look, we're going to punish people that kill and murder because that's not cool. We can't just have people running around killing each other, whatever race you are, whatever community you're from. But like, that's the thing. It's like, you know, a lot of people were posting after the PNB Rock situation of like, yo, dude was wearing his $100,000 chains, and like people are hungry right now, bro. We're going into potentially one of the biggest recessions since 2008 or beyond, and like, bro, people are hungry. And again, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of the comments in the Reddits talking about kind of like some of your opinions, and I think it's almost like, for me, I just try and think on that next level of like, okay, what's the additional problem, bro? I'm ready to talk all day long about the Reddit, bro.
Listen,
I'm all over the Reddit.
Wait, hold up. So now I get some flack from this, right? And especially in the office, because I was the one who kind of introduced the Reddit and say, "Yo, you feel me? Like, yo,
that was you.
Yeah, right.
This was you, Dan.
Yeah. And then 2, yo, I still fucking love that shit, right?
Hilarious.
I feel like it's 95% constructive criticism, good niggas who just like to just speak about this like metaverse that they are just so embroiled in. I love it. Then it's 5% bad people, but the 5% is kind of like turn off a lot of other people. Now, I may just be wired differently, right? Because like when some of like my like coworkers tell me, yo, that shit is bad for your mental health. I didn't really like. I don't know how that shit like feels like, right? To like have like, I guess like mental health to where like looking at comments about you is gonna fuck up your day or fuck you up. I'm just wired differently. So speak on that Reddit. 1, do you think that like us even having it is beneficial to like No Jumper, or should we just probably continue to ostracize it and say fuck it?
Listen, when your platform gets as big as No Jumper or any of these other platforms, these other Twitch streamers, people that become multi-million subscriber platforms, you cannot stop communities forming around it. There's going to be a community of haters, a community of people that love it. It's happened to Nelk. You know, they had a Reddit that turned on them. They had a Reddit that was loving them. And then those Reddits like fucking went at it against each other. So you can't control it, but it's like anything, you know, you start throwing up. I mean, when it's for me, it's like when I first started having videos that were getting millions of views, you're getting thousands of comments, and, you know, 95% of it might be positive. Yeah, I love this documentary. The way you put this forward was like really good. There's always a percentage of people hating on you, saying the most diabolical stuff, whether it's calling you a racist, calling you a culture vulture, just hating on the way you look, just literally saying, we're going to come and kill you. I get all sorts of nasty shit in my comments, in my DMs, all that kind of thing. The majority of it's good. There's always a proportion of people that are going to fuck with you. And same thing's going with the Reddit. It's like, you know, there's always going to be a proportion of negativity. I think the problem is recently you guys have kind of fallen into like a death spiral with the Reddit, whereby it's like some of the negative stuff you guys are like sort of reacting to, and then it's sort of like they're kind of trolling you guys and trying to like make it even worse. But I think what you said is really important, because it's like, I think when you're like an internet dude, like me and you, I think we're just on the internet all the time. We see the most wild, fucked up shit, comments, whatever it is on the internet. I got kind of thick skin to it. I don't really let it fuck with me. I've seen the people have said the most fucked up shit to me, and that's the name of the game. That's part of the job. But I do feel bad. Like, I did tent talks with Yuri and Riley last night, and like, you know, again, it was just like the comments I was seeing them saying to Riley, and like, I know she gets a lot of shit. Same, Lena gets a lot of shit on the subreddit, and it's like,
cool.
Yo, not everybody wants to see that. I think definitely, like, I would say maybe women are slightly more sensitive to it, especially if they're like making fun of your appearance. And it's, you have to have thick skin, bro, to be able to weather this internet shit. Because, bro, when people are behind a screen and a keyboard, they're just gonna go fucking ham. No one would say that shit to you in person.
No, here, so like also too, like with the Reddit, like while like it's kind of like a real tricky situation, right? Like okay, so like you're like own like boss, right? So like you can probably like read some shit. You probably, you feel me? Like I got my own shit going on. Now, for most people at No Jumper, No Jumper is their like that's their job, right? Like look, you got me, let's say T-Rel and AD and Yuri now, right? Where like we have kind of our like own shit going on, right? But for most people, No Jumper is their job. So it's kind of like a form where your boss is embroiled and attend to it and reads it every day, but it's nothing but like bad reviews about you. That shit would fuck with you and make you paranoid as a motherfucker, right? But I'm trying, listen, bro, like, I'm trying to like, you know, like, so for like me, right? And here's why Reddit it's so interesting, right? Because my personal channel is my like echo chamber, right? Where it's people who think like me, who is like very receptive to what I gotta say. They love me. Outside of that is people who loves me and on the in the comment section and like on Reddit, and it's niggas who fucking despise me, right? I personally don't see how that would really affect it. Now, when are you joining Reddit? Like you joined after we started making it a big deal or before?
I think I joined before, but it was like, one of the Reddits that I just like have, because I'm always on Reddit, bro. There's a lot of different like music and sort of drill street Reddits that I'm just tapped into for videos, for my own interest. There's a UK drill one, there's Chiracology. I joined the No Jumper one a while ago, but it's only recently since sort of like the beefs and the memes and stuff have been getting a lot of traction because, let's be real, whoever's running this or whoever's posting a lot of this shit in the Reddit, they're trolling. They're very fucking funny. Yeah. Some of the stuff, some of the pop-up memes they're coming out with, bro, they're just so funny. Bro, they're memeing me today, bro. They've been going hard on me today because I mentioned it.
Bro, I feel bad for... Okay, so like, speak on the Kiki thing, man. Like, do you feel like the Reddit has been absolutely unfair to our brother Kiki? Or do you feel like it's all fair, it's all in,
It depends what you mean by unfair, because let's be real, right? Like, look, the thing happened with Kiki and Adam and the situation, you know what I'm saying? Kiki stepped out, said he's going to do his own thing.
Oh, man.
He approached it how he wanted to approach it, and the audience just latched onto it. Bro, you cannot control the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The internet is chaos. You don't know what's going to happen once you start talking and putting shit out there. It's up to the gods of the internet at that point. So I don't know whether I can say whether or not, like, it's right or wrong or I feel like I understand the story of what went down, but also it's like, I'm sure there's more to it behind the scenes. But let's be real, it's a piece of the law now. They're trolling so hard. It is hilarious, even though the real story behind it, is obviously not great.
Yo, question, right? So, speaking of No Jumper, well, do you watch it like every day?
No Jumper.
Yeah.
I watch like, I probably watch a little something off No Jumper every day. I'm not tapped into every show, but it's kind of like when I have time, because my job is sitting watching interviews, you know what I'm saying? I got a MO3 video. I've been just watching MO3 videos, documentaries nonstop for weeks.
We're going to talk about that MO3 case.
I'm down, yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I got it all. I got it all right now.
Yeah, right. But like when you, it's like when you like first seen Flacco on No Jumper, what was like your first reaction?
I'm not going to front, bro. I didn't think you were going to last.
Really? Why?
Because I felt like you were coming at people so hard, so aggressively. I felt like it was going to put people off. When I saw the 16 shot him thing, I was kind of like, man, I feel like this is too far. Yeah. So I saw you with the 16 shot him interview where he spits on you. Yeah. And I saw that.
He was loogie.
I saw that very soon after it was uploaded, right? Yeah. So there weren't many comments. Like as soon as it was uploaded and went up, I watched it. Probably like, 14 minutes after it was uploaded, right? Yeah. So I watched it. I didn't really have the context of the comments. I just saw it start to finish. And I was like, damn, Flacco went so hard on him and then he got spat on. Yeah. I was like, man, I don't know if he's going to be able to survive. Like, I feel like Adam's going to be like, yo, chill. But then I came back to it a few days later and it's had like 1 million views. Exactly. It was popping and I was like, nah, viral. Like Fabio for a movie, viral, bow. Like Flacco's got a bright future.
Bro, like, so like with me right now, I feel like because you're white, right? And like you kind of have like a tad bit of sympathy and empathy because you're like, damn, man, like I never really had to go through what these people are going through. Well, I go through what these niggas is going through, right? And I overcame it, by just making the right decisions. So like when niggas want me to have sympathy for certain shit, nigga, no, you feel me? Nah, bro, you feel me, bro? Like, get off your ass, right? Now, like, watching, like, No Jumper, bro, what's been, like, the most, like, captivating, quote-unquote, beef or drama that you've seen so far?
On No Jumper?
Yeah.
As a network?
Yeah, last 2 years.
Damn, that's a tough question.
Look, here, so, like, there's AD and Charleston White.
AD and Charleston White, man. Charleston White's hilarious.
There's, like, Sharp and every female.
Sharp and every female. No, to be honest, and I feel bad even bringing it up, but I think when Ak and Adam went at it, and Ak was dissing Lena, all that crazy shit, that was probably one of the most heated. I don't want to say best because I thought it was really sad, bro. Look, I know we were joking about it at the start, bro, but realistically, I am Adam's son. I'm Academics' son.
Yeah.
Like, basically, you know what I'm saying? That was like a kid seeing their two parents fighting, about to get a divorce, bro. Because I love both of them. I was like, bro, can't we just get along? Like, this is fucked. But that I would say that was probably one of the most like big things, because then Academics was on his stream, Dis and Adam. Yeah. They were going back and forth, and I just felt like I could see why both sides were mad.
Wait. No. Now tell me, who do you think was right and who do you think was wrong? Because listen, I'll be real, right? Now, I love Ak, but when Ak, was, I guess, like, it upset that Adam was bringing something up. I'm like, bro, like, we're bloggers, like we understand, like, the whole game, right? Is asking questions that we know is gonna get the click. So with Adam asking Selena certain things, now Ak whole thing was, like, I'm not no cuck. That's not true, right? Meaning, like, I never gave 6ix9ine no condom to fuck a bitch who is like linked to me, right?
That's wild.
Yeah, but I don't think is how was I supposed to know that? Meaning, like, how do I counter, combat, and argue with her when I don't know the full context? But who do you think was right or wrong?
Well, look, I think this is a really interesting thing to say. I don't want to say anyone was specifically right or wrong because I can see both sides. Yeah. And I think Adam, if you speak to Adam, he would definitely say he learned to chill out on platforming Selena with the wild shit she was saying. I don't think Adam realized how hard that whole situation was going to press Ak's buttons. Yeah. And then Ak, he was obviously very upset. He was just trying to push Adam's buttons the same way back. Yeah. Dissing his girl, saying all grimy shit had gone on with his girl, whatever, which I don't think there's anything wrong with what anyone does, either across the board anyway. Yeah. But, like, it was almost like I felt like both of them couldn't see why the other one was mad, and then they just kept going at each other, and it was just kind of became a bit sad. So it was like, Ak was mad about Adam bringing up Selena. Adam kind of couldn't really see the problem. Adam felt like he'd handled it right. Yeah. And then Ak was just trying to basically do the same shit back to Adam. Yeah. And then obviously Adam's kind of felt like, that's not really fair the way you're doing this. You're kind of upsetting my girl. She wasn't really part of this whole thing. But, like, the whole thing was a mess, bro. And I'm glad they squashed it and moved on from it.
If Ak and Adam start beefing like the Crips and Bloods, what flag you picking up? Right, so let's say Adam is Crips and there's a bunch of Crips who work for Adam, and Ak is Blood. What flag is Traplo Ross picking up, man?
Bro, I'm finna be a Hoover and say fuck everyone. Bro, hell no, bro. I ain't picking a flag. I ain't even. No, fuck it. I take that back. I ain't even mentioning Hoovers. I ain't trying to mention gangs. I said I wouldn't mention any gangs out here. God damn it. Oh, nah, bro. I ain't picking a flag. I love both of them. They both did a lot. They both basically built this whole space that I'm part of. You know what I mean? I respect both of them. I felt like their little squabble was just like a real, just like little blip of just like. It was just like a low point for me. I was just like, damn, like these two platforms are fire. I'm not trying to see these two squabble like this. And it's like, they like, whenever Ak or Vlad or anyone is on No Jumper and vice versa, bro, to me, that's like the most top level content. Like when Vlad goes on No Jumper, I literally will stop everything I'm doing and sit down and watch that whole thing. I might take notes.
Who, Vlad?
When Vlad's on No Jumper or when Ak's on No Jumper or when Vlad is with Ak or whatever. Who?
Vlad. He fucking hates my guts.
I don't know if Vlad fucks with me either. I never heard. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
I love Vlad. Vlad is one of the goats too. And why doesn't I can probably guess why he doesn't fuck with me. But
listen, right? So like Vlad, I guess hatred for me is so intense that when Vlad was coming up to like No Jumper, Vlad didn't even want to see me. That's crazy. Like that right there is fucking insane. Now, why do you think Vlad hates me?
Now, some people said I shouldn't meet up with you.
Why?
And I think the reason is, I think some of the opinions that people get onto you about, I don't know the best way to phrase it, sensitively, people say you hate black people. Yes. Is what they're saying, right? Or that you're self-hating or whatever. Yeah. I think people that said the same shit to me were like worried that if I'm sat down with you, you're going to kind of put things across to me in a certain way that is going to make me look bad. Now, let's be real. Some of the stuff you've said, I don't really agree with personally. But, like, we got a different viewpoint. We can have a debate. I think Vlad gets so much bullshit leveled against him. He's a culture vulture. People say he's racist. He's making these gang-affiliated rappers snitch on themselves and he's the police. I don't buy any of that. I think he is probably the top-tier journalist in this hip-hop game in history.
top journalist in this game?
Yeah, bro. He's
Hell
doing
no.
journalism, bro. Like, this is the thing. It's like, yo, people are going to watch Vlad's interviews in 100 years' time, bro. People are going to look back at Vlad's interviews, and it's not just the hip-hop ones. I mean, his hip-hop interviews are fire, but he's doing Sammy the Bull. He's interviewing famous gangsters. And again, it's like people are like, oh, you know, you're the police. You talk to these gangbanging rappers. And it's like, yo, he's talking to Italian mafiosos too, bro. Like, he is just getting the most interesting people in the world to sit down for 2 hours and share their stories, bro. Like, these are relics of history. When Sammy the Bull or, I don't know, Drakeo the Ruler or whoever, all the people, MO3, the Vlad's had on his platform are no longer with us. In 100 years' time, bro, people, 50, 100, 20 years, whatever, people are going to look back and go, bro, we're going to watch these Vlad interviews and we're going to understand what this dude's life was like. I mean, you hear Vlad in interviews saying all the time, like, my interviews are life stories. This is the only... Here's Kevin Samuels' interview.
Absolutely.
That's the only life story piece of Kevin Samuels. I doubt Netflix are going to make the Kevin Samuels life story movie. I'm not going to do a Kevin Samuels video anytime soon.
What?
But like, it's just it's just not for me right now. But like, maybe at some point. But like, you know, that piece that Vlad made, and you know, even Adam's interview, like, these are such important assets, bro. And I feel like people hate on Vlad so much. They don't respect what he's really doing.
Yeah.
They don't give him his flowers. And I think, like, if you saw when Adam interviewed Vlad recently, Adam was like, yo, I'm giving you your flowers. Like, you're so important. And Vlad was like, yeah, I don't think anyone's given me my flowers. But bro, what Vlad's doing is on another level. He won't be appreciated for 20, 30 years maybe. Like, bro, I'd hate to see it, but like, it might take Vlad passing away for people to be like, yo, this guy actually built something incredible that no one ever did.
Again, like, me and Vlad, you know, we have a different relationship. Now, again, I can definitely say he's a great, right? But when it just comes to, you know, like, his attitude and how he, you know, like how he, like, interacts with, like, I guess, like, the smaller content creators, it can be a tad bit off-putting, right? But I definitely get that, right? Now, let's get to MO3, bro. Did Yellow Beezy set him up, man? Again, listen, now, I do have, I think, a MO3 video out right now, but I did mine's probably, like, really early on, like, probably, like, you know, like, a week after, like, the dude got arrested and shit like that, right? And we kind of, like, pinch it together, like, oh, you know, like these dudes were, like, doing a photo shoot a week before MO3 died, shit like that, right? So for the people who say Yellow Beezy set up MO3 to get killed, what's your thoughts on that? What's the percentage of that being true?
2 people have been arrested for MO3's murder. They haven't faced trial yet. The first dude that got arrested, very soon after, a lot of pictures circulated of him with Yellow Beezy, but currently there is no proof that Yellow Beezy was involved or had anything to do with it. But Yellow Beezy clearly was happy that Mo3 passed away. He was celebrating on social media. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rumors that Mo3 was the person or even was organizer of the shooting that happened on Yellow Beezy in 2018. I don't know if you know anything about that.
No.
But like, Yellow Beezy got shot up on the highway, fortunately survived. You know, he's got his G-Wagon wrecked, got shot multiple times, luckily survived, fucking crawled out of the wreckage and got away. And Mo3's in songs not too long after that talking about, we shot up the whip and you swerved off the freeway. So let's be real, Mo3 was kind of claiming a lot of stuff on that side of things. But right now, there's 2 guys that have definitively been charged with it. As far as I know, they're not directly connected to Yellow Beezy, but it seems like maybe there was some overlap with their camps. But I would hope that Yellow Beezy is smart enough to have distanced himself from that whole thing at that point. But obviously you can't, someone like Mo3, bro, he was so entrenched in the streets, he was dissing this person, he was saying he was going to shoot that person, he was kind of claiming this and that shooting, and you know what I mean? Though?
At that point, like, again, when you look at all the details, and him possibly being linked to, I guess, Beezy getting shot up, you know, is that karma?
I think one of the unfortunate things, and I think I observe it in a lot of these stories, the Drakeo the Ruler story too, you do kind of get back the energy that you put out. And I think whether or not the people Mo3 was beefing with specifically are the exact ones who came and killed him, I'm not sure. The courts are saying that the guys that killed Mo3 really did it over a female. That's what they're saying. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no definitive proof tying Beezy to it.
Fucking somebody, bitch.
That's what a couple of reports are saying. But it's same with Drakeo the Ruler. He was talking about killing Opps. They're never coming back, and that's that. Constantly on IG Live, dissing this person, smoking this person, going live with the killer of that person.
Yes.
And it's just like, when you move that way, your days are kind of numbered. And I'm doing the interview with Adam tomorrow, and I think something I really want to get across in like a lot of these interviews and appearances, it's like, you know, I don't think rappers are going to want to hear advice from me.
Yeah.
But like, yo, when you get on and you get famous, if you can help it, just stop dissing the dead. Stop dissing the Opps. Like, you got a chance. I think one of the most tragic things about the MO3 story, and it genuinely, like, it really upsets me. Like, I'm feeling a bit emotional even talking about this now, but it's like, yo, this guy was so talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had so much potential, and he just couldn't leave that street shit behind. And ultimately, it caught up with him. Whether or not it's the exact person, this person was involved, that person was involved, but he was in that shit. He wanted to beef with everyone. Right till the end, he was talking about, shoot this person. I'm going to pull up, filming himself pulling up to the Opps hood.
Yeah.
I wish he could have just left that energy behind. Same with Drakeo the Ruler, man. I wish these artists could have left that energy behind. Because despite what people say, Trablo Ross, yo, you're bloodthirsty, you're loving all this beef. Yo, if you actually watch my videos and take it in what I say to the very end, bro, it breaks my heart to see like my favorite artists losing their life. Like, this new Drakeo the Ruler album came out a couple days ago, bro. It's so good. And I'm just like, man, we're not really going to get any more music.
Amazing. I know it's crazy too, right? And what was like really upsetting for me, and like hearing about that interview, right, is, yo, like they still approve songs and lyrics where he was dissing Opps, like Munchie B. He's dissing
Munchie B on the album. I'm kind of like, yo, like maybe just leave that one off this project, bro.
Yeah, right. Now, I do got an interview with like Munchie B coming soon.
No way.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So for that, I'm like, yo, listen, like again, right? Drakeo is mad beloved, but at what point do we say, yo, listen, bro, like maybe certain people's actions were their detriment? Now, when you like did your Drakeo video, right? Who killed Drakeo, man?
No one knows at the moment, bro. No one knows. And again, I try and make this clear in my video, right? I'm just trying to present the facts of everything of what's gone on. And look, soon after Drakeo died, one of his homies went on IG Live talking about YG's banned from LA.
Yeah.
There's no proof that YG was involved. That's what people are running around saying.
Yeah.
You know, Ralphie the Plug is on Instagram past couple days talking about, yo, sharing the Apple Music, yo, we're above YG's new project. They're putting that out there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any proof of who is involved directly. And this is what I'm trying to get across, I think, is it's like, yo, he can be dissing. He's just saying a wild shit about Munchie B whilst he was alive, Drakeo, saying wild shit about YG. They were going back and forth. But at the end of the day, they're putting all this energy out there, but you don't know who it's going to be on the other end of the gun or the knife. You know what I mean? It could be a YG fan.
Yeah.
A raging YG fan that just caught Drakeo lacking in that fight. We don't know at this stage. But that energy, putting that energy out there, man, I just pray that rappers can kind of like start moving away from that stuff.
Yeah, but when you hear it, though, now, I think it was like his photographer, Ashma came out and said that it was like 113 dudes versus 7. Now, when you hear like that account of the story, one, do you even think that's true? Or do you think that's like exaggeration a little bit?
I mean, I would say that's maybe a slight exaggeration, just based on like, I watched that surveillance or someone filmed on an iPhone or whatever, the altercation. Yeah. There was way more people than the Stink team. On one side, right? It was a huge group of people. The idea that like, I mean, I think maybe it was in Rolling Stone, they said it was like 60 Bloods. Yeah. In another thing, somebody said 100. You know, I think when Ralphie went on No Jumper, they kind of described a situation where it was hella people. So they were definitely outnumbered. Yeah. You know, some people saying it's a setup. I don't know specifically how that went down, but I think it was just a really sad situation. And again, when you're putting that energy out there, you don't know how it's going to come. Let's be real. Drakeo thought he was untouchable. The amount of lyrics that he had where he was like, yo, Manny Pacquiao, you can box the stick. I don't fight, I shoot. You know, and fuck, man, he ended up getting caught without his gun or whatever at a situation where somebody had a knife. And the funny thing is, it's like, I feel like in LA, the sense I got in the aftermath of that was people was like, yo, that's crazy that he got stabbed. Like, in the UK, it's stabbings every day of the week.
Yeah, yo, bro. I got here, bro. When you like hear people like speak on the UK, be like, "Yo, is a Mary Poppins rap?" and shit like that, right? One, how does somebody from the UK even get so embroiled in this like US hip hop shit? And then two, do you feel like we don't give the UK credit enough for their quote unquote savage points?
Well, I mean, I got into all of this hip hop shit just off the internet, bro. You know, when I was a kid, I had older brothers. They were listening to hip hop. It was all I was ever interested in. You know, I'd have been like 5 years old. My older brothers were listening to Eminem, Jay-Z, DMX and shit. And I was just like, this is the coolest shit ever. I looked up to them, and I was like, I want to listen to this stuff. It just so happened that, like, you know, I'm 29 now, right? But like at that time, when like the first Eminem albums were coming out, maybe like 1999, you know, I'd have been like fucking 6. And I'd have been stealing my brother's Eminem Slim Shady LP, hiding it under my bed, like listening to it in a Walkman. And it was only like within a few years of that, like the internet came out, and I was just online. I was on like rap forums. I can't even remember the names of some of them, but like the really early like rap forums.
Yeah.
Just taking it all in, learning every story about a rapper. And it's just so funny. I've ended up doing this as a job, as a career.
Yeah.
Because like, yo, I wanted to learn everything about every rapper for probably 10, 15 years of my life without any thought of, yo, I'm going to turn this into my business or my career. I just loved it. It was literally on a whim. The amount of years that there was actually one time where I tried to quit hip hop because none of my homies were into it. I was like, I've got nothing to talk about to these people. I tried to listen to the Beatles. Bro, I grew up in like a small town in the UK, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
There was no black people in my school. It was
really?
it was all white, small English town, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, let's be real, like racism comes with that.
Yeah.
There would have been people that were racist. People always found it really strange, like, why are you listening to that black music or whatever? But I just loved it, bro. I loved black culture. I loved black people. I was a young guy watching Chappelle's show, listening to Jay-Z, just like, yo, this is my shit. Always wanted to go to America. I just felt like England was just lame. Like, I was like, why am I here, bro? I'm trying to listen to all this stuff, learning about these rappers on the internet and just loving the culture. And it was really just like the rags to riches story that really like seeing people like 50 Cent, like, yo, when I was a kid, literally, this guy got shot 9 times, bro. Like, I'd never even heard of anyone getting shot in the UK. I was like, this guy got shot 9 times. He survived. Now he's selling 10 million records. I want to be like this guy. Maybe I don't want to get shot, but I just want to be a boss like this guy. You see Jay-Z. Yo, Jay-Z started this nightclub and he's got these drinks that he's selling. He started Rockaware. Bro, I was a kid wearing Rockaware jeans. People were like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to be like these guys somehow. So I kind of got into it through the internet. But back to what you were saying about the UK drill gangs, I think, I mean, I don't know if I'd put it the same way as like Savage Flicks.
Like,
bro, this is the thing, bro. In the UK,
sounds believable.
I'm not going to say what I was about to say about Abracadabra, but he is definitely real, really real about what he says.
Wait. Nah, listen, speak on it. Wait, hold up. Is Abracadabra really in the UK drilling down the Opps? Is he like the UK King Von?
No, he's not the UK King Von. There's a couple of people that I could say are the UK King Von, but he's not one of them. He's fortunately seemed to have gotten out of it. Look, I'll give a little story. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. They're gonna call me a snitch. Yeah. Like, I did an interview with Abracadabra, and like only after we were like editing the interview, we like zoomed in, and it was like, yo, it looks like he was packing.
Really?
And it's like, it's just some shit of just like, yo, these guys are really real. I kind of am oblivious going into the situation with him, with all of his goons, not really realizing I'm going into the lion's den.
Yeah.
And there's only people telling me afterwards, like, yo, you know, this person was there, you know, that thing was going on. And it's like, the UK is real. Fortunately, Abra and a lot of the guys around him have moved into the music industry now, so they don't have to be doing that, those sorts of shenanigans or carrying those sorts of things. But like, the UK is definitely real, and there's a few artists that you could say are on that, like King Von shit. What you're trying to say, right, is that like King Von, he genuinely killed people and got away with it, and then he was rapping about it, right? Yeah. And we got a handful of people that are like that you could say they beat a body. I mean, there's a guy called Suspect.
Oh wow,
fucking funny name for a guy that was literally suspected of murder.
I work with a guy like that.
Huh?
I work with a guy called Almighty Suspect.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's the same guy, but this guy, man, you know, supposedly caught a body, allegedly fled the country, went to Kenya.
Really?
And look, I don't know whether he didn't know this or whether he was just doing the dash to wherever he could. But it turns out there's an extradition treaty between Kenya and England, so they found him and shipped his ass back, and he's awaiting trial now. But he was...
How dark was it?
He was supposedly... I ain't trying to comment on that. I ain't trying to comment on that. But I don't even know, bro. I'm colorblind.
Yo, bro, listen, I can almost guarantee you, man, if he went to Kenya, that man was overbaked. Super burnt.
I gotta go to Kenya, bro. I'm trying to pull up to Kenya. It look lovely.
Yo, listen, bro, King Von though. Now, I've been somebody who's been open and honest about this, bro. Now, King Von died an innocent man, meaning like he died with no quote unquote bodies on his record, right? But let's be real here. You know, I truly 100% believe that King Von was a serial killer, that like King Von was an absolute menace.
I agree.
And I don't believe that King Von's legacy should be celebrated. I don't think that we should be telling these like stories or like speaking about who King Von was in celebratory fashion. King Von should be the example. when like again, Jeffrey Dahmer's, King Von, et cetera, those are guys who should go down in history as one of the worst people to ever exist. So what do you think is King Von legacy, and should we still celebrate it?
It's really interesting, right? Because it's almost like in other genres of music, I don't know much about non-hip hop genres. All I listen to is hip hop. But from what I understand, there's other artists in other genres, like rock artists, where it's like, yo, this guy fucking killed his wife and committed suicide, and like people still love his music. I mean, that's maybe a bad example, but like people like R. Kelly, it's like things they've done in their life have kind of invalidated their musical success. I think the fucked up thing about King Von is that, one, a lot of people really try and like, I don't know if it's the right word, but like whitewash his history. People say like, nah, he was innocent. Like, didn't really do any of that shit. Like, people, King Von, when he was alive, tweeted, when I put a couple of videos out about him, he tweeted like, don't listen to these white folks on YouTube saying this about me. I'm a good guy. And like, okay. But then also, since he's died, like, Chicago police have released several papers to say, yo, he was the main suspect in several murders. He was on songs claiming to have done these murders. Like, he had a literal murder case that he beat, let's be real, on a technicality. He's all over songs talking about, we made sure the witnesses didn't turn up to my case. Like, yo, like, King Von was a bad guy. Like, I'm not down for killing. Like, I don't... But at the same time, I loved King Von's music, bro. The energy that King Von's music gave me. When he was alive, bro, I would love to throw on a King Von mixtape, go to the gym and fucking go hard. So I feel like, in a way, you kind of do have to separate the man from his art. But that's nearly impossible with King Von, because basically the only reason he was popular was because, like, this guy has hella bodies. And the perfect example that I feel invalidates everyone saying, yo, Von was innocent, man. They're painting Von to be this bad guy. His Breakfast Club interview with Dirk, that was him being debuted to the world, right? And he's talking to Charlemagne, and he's saying, yeah, I beat a body in 2 attempts. And Charlemagne's like, oh, you must have been innocent. You didn't do it. Like, how'd you get off? And Von's like, good lawyer. At no point, and Von doesn't even say, because I was innocent, and Dirk's over there going coughing, trying to get Von to shut up, and Charlemagne's like, well, you was innocent, right? You didn't do it. And Von's like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it. Von's basically like trying to
be cheeky about it.
He's trying to infer, I killed that I killed that dude, and I did those attempts. Like, and again, Dirk sat there talking about, yo, man, this guy's gonna be big because of the story, the crazy like the story behind him. So it's like, yo, like let's just like all be real and just admit, by what seems to be all of the evidence, Von was killing people, or at least involved in killing people, or at the very least, bro, if you want to go all the way overboard and say Von was innocent, he was celebrating the deaths of hella people in his community, right? And again, I like I said in my Duck documentary, I do have some sympathy, because like Von says in his song Demon, like his guy White got killed outside the store in front of him. He said, I saw him die in front of me, that turned me into a demon. I've lost people in my life. I've never had somebody murdered in front of me, bro. I don't know what that does to you, bro. I got the utmost sympathy for people that go through that shit. So that are going to turn you to a demon. I don't know. Maybe you don't agree, but I'm saying, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Again, like, I truly believe, right, as humans, we're all wired similarly, right? Like, it takes a cut in the wire to where you can get up and be, I guess, happy, ecstatic, right? Like damn near like you can't wait to wake up to go kill somebody, right? And people like that, I don't believe that, like, quote unquote, any experiences like again, if I like lose somebody right now in front of me, that right there wouldn't like say, oh shit, yo, turn into a serial killer, right? So that wiring, I do believe that people are born just bad people, right? That like folks like King Von, it's probably unfortunate that he was in those environments. But if you put like Von in, again, right, like the absolute suburbs of like North Dakota, and he probably wouldn't have been a murderer, but he probably would have gone on to do some devious, crafty lifestyle as well, right? Now, question for you is, why do we wait for these rappers, I guess, to die or catch a body? Why don't we treat these rappers who is shooting people, robbing people, bragging about it? Why don't we treat them with the same vitriol that we treat, let's say, a rapper with a body?
That's a really good question. And I think the strange thing in hip hop is just so inconsistent, because remember when Pooh Shiesty was running around doing Back in Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there was an amazing Trap Geek video about the war in Memphis of like, yo, Pooh Shiesty apparently really was the fucking shooter, shooting all sorts, stealing people's guns, shooting them with their own guns, all sorts of shit. Yeah. Really being shiesty. Everyone was celebrating that when Back in Blood was out. It's like, yeah, come and get your shit back. Pooh Shiesty really stole them guns and shot up the block. Mm-hmm. But then when Pooh Shiesty kind of like shot a security guard and like ran off with some Jordans and shot a guy in the butt in the McLaren, things kind of turned, and a lot of people were kind of like, yo, Pooh Shiesty's kind of dumb. Like, yo, you were too shiesty. Like, you fucked yourself. So it is completely inconsistent. I think the cult of personality around Von was just so strong. No one really was ever trying to call out Von. I mean, you know, like you're kind of doing it now, but like the mainstream consensus was always just like, yeah, Von's a demon. Like, we love this. Yeah, so it's just so inconsistent, bro. I don't know what it is. I think it just depends how people are feeling at that time. I don't know what it is that made people decide, yo, we think Pooh Shiesty's dumb. And it's funny because it's almost like when Kodak caught his case, you know, it's like, yeah, Kodak, you know, the joke for a long time had been Kodak is dumb, right? He's not fully with it or whatever. Again, you might not agree, but like you got to give sympathy of like Kodak came up in like a fucked up project. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't have the guidance that he needed. He maybe dropped out of school a little bit sooner than certain people did. I don't know. Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely probably a product of his environment, but then it's like, yo, he used a fake social security number in his name to go and buy a bunch of guns, even though he's a felon, and then shot up the Opps house in a Porsche Panamera he rented in his own name or some shit.
Crazy, right?
A lot of people at that time, it's like, yo, Kodak's dumb. Like, he deserves to go to jail. And it's kind of like, why weren't people giving him the Von treatment to be like, nah, he's a real demon. Fuck it. Rent the car in your own name. And again, the funny thing going on recently, whereas I feel like there's been two different arguments. I'd be curious to get your take on this. The YSL indictment.
Oh, come on.
Because it's like, you got half of people saying, yo, lock him up. He was sliding. He spent 10 years talking about, we shot up your mama's house. You know, I did the YFN Lucci versus Young Thug video, and I'm just like, yo, I could not believe they were really shooting up his mum's house twice. Like, bragging all this shit, bragging about it. And then you got the other side when Thug got locked up, and it was like, yo, protect black art. Yo, they're using our lyrics against us. And it's like, yo, but your lyrics said you slide on his mama, and his mama's house got a hole inside of it.
Come on.
Like, it's such a weird thing, but at the same time, I guess people are always going to have opinions on both sides of that spectrum. But like, what's your opinion on the Thug YSL thing, bro?
Yeah, right. So I call that nigga splaining, right? And you know, and like, here's what I mean is this, right? Is especially the wealthy, they love to monopolize black pain and try to pimp it. Meaning they understand that like those issues are a real thing, right? Meaning like exploiting black art, et cetera, right? But why do we always have to equate black art to the nigga shit, to like the grade A deplorable shit? No, listen, black art is Kendrick Lamar. Black art is Cordae. Black art is like who? You know,
Jordan Peele ain't even got to be a rapper.
Right? Yeah, right. So like, black art don't have to do with no hood shit. Black art could just be some real poetic shit. So when I seen Young Thug and Gunna and them try to do that to me, bro, that really hurt me, right? Because like, bro, there's people who actually go through some shit who are actually exploited. That's not the case with you guys. No, again, Young Thug was a multi-millionaire, which again, this here also goes to like my theory as well, where I say, yo, like the Dusty Ninja activities is in a mitochondria, bro. Like these niggas are just born a certain way, because there's no way in my brain when I have a couple $1 million, I'm up, I'm rich, why would I slide? Like, why would I even involve myself in that, right? So nah, bro, like that right there was absolutely not about black art. Oh, and like also too, I think the guy, right, and who started like that like campaign was like Kevin Lyles, right? I think,
and he was crying in the courtroom,
bro. Wait, protect black art, and he has exploited black art, has pimped it, have gained a profit, have put black creators in fucked up contracts, right? And he has enjoyed the luxury of monetizing these, again, kids or like rappers, right? Bragging about killing other black people, right? So he has benefited the most from this, and now he's in court crying after profit. I mean, come on, bro.
Bro, and I feel like it goes right back to the first thing we were saying when it's like, you know, you got guys like Andrew Callahan going to O-Block and being like, yo, this is academics' fault. Yeah. Bro, where was the chapter in that video about the record labels, bro? King Von's record label making, well, okay, so they say King Von was independent, but he's got a big distributor. And it's like, you know, a lot of these record labels, whether it's Pop Smoke or the YSL guys.
Yeah.
You got a situation where the record labels are creaming hella money off of these gang wars
Absolutely.
and these gang situations. And it's like, people want to say academics is instigating it. And it's like, yo, how much can you say the record labels are instigating it? Yo, with that situation with YSL, yo, it's like, you're right. If you're now a millionaire, why are you sliding? And even in only a few years before the Rico dropped, you had Yak Gotti was standing on YFN Lucci's car outside Lenox Mall and then making that the cover art of his project. And it's like, the labels, I really want to know, like, I want to see the footage of the record label meeting with like Kevin Lyles and like Thug and Yak Gotti, where Thug's there eating his bag of Cheetos. And he's like, yeah, this is the new Yak Gotti single. Yeah. The front cover art is him standing on YFN Lucci's car, and you know we shot his mama, right? And like, and here's and I'm about to drop So Much Fun, and I got a lyric in there about shooting his mum. Yeah. Like, and what Kevin Lyles is like, hell yeah, we're gonna make a bag off of this. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, and again, it just really frustrates me. People come at me and they're like, yo, you're profiting off of all this pain, and it's like, yo, I'm trying to make like genuinely like heartfelt journalism talking about these things. The people profiting off the most pain. Like, Von was making a bag off of killing people and rapping about it. And me and Ak are the problem? Like, come on.
And that's why I always, again, first off, don't let no nigga, right? Don't let these niggas try to, like, pimp you into feeling bad. Listen up, bruh. The biggest obstacle for black art, black pain is other niggas, right? Now, also, too, so when you made the, I guess like the, oh my God, man, it's Cairo and G Herbo them, right? Mm-hmm. Now they responded back, and now they said this shit is cap. Now we know Trap Lil Rawls don't do no half-ass work, so like we know they're probably lying, right? But like, how do you respond to that shit? You feel me? Like, yo, like, bro, like this shit ain't cap, my nigga. Like, what you talking about?
So I feel like my view on that whole thing is, it's like, yo, look, I understand if you're the gangster, you got to deny the crimes. Is what it is. Only problem is, it's like, yo, if the shooting's on social media and there's videos of it, you're like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. I'm not, people want to call me a snitch. I'm not on like the Terrortown block with a camera filming the shooting. I mean, like, got it. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm just going on Reddit, Google, YouTube, typing in, yo, no limit, like beef situation, watching in someone else's video, learning about it. Damn, there's footage. Yo, they're shitting on the Opps grave. Bro, I'm not in the graveyard filming them shitting on the Opps grave. I'm just finding all of this stuff. I mean, the YSL video, going back to that, for example, you know, the YSL guys, the guy Big Nut they supposedly killed, they went into the graveyard and sprayed slat on his gravestone, bro. And again, it's like, you want to talk about protect black art. Come on. You were in the graveyard spraying slat on the headstone, like, I just feel like it's just such a shame. But again, I always go back to that thing of like, we just gotta find a way of like convincing rappers, like, once you're a millionaire, just like stop that shit, bro. Yeah, I give credit again. I think with my No Limit video, I think, but a lot of people want to say this is cap or like whatever. Maybe haven't seen the video, but yo, if you actually watch the video, like, I'm very careful to say, like, yo, G Herbo got the hell away from this street shit early. Like, Lil Bibby, they got the hell away from this street shit early. Cairo, he's involved. He's on IG Live, barking at the Opps all kinds of ways. I don't have any proof. There's nothing in my video to say, yo, no limit Cairo committed these crimes. All I got is just like people arguing on Instagram, and then news article, motherfucker turns up dead a few days later. How I can't pretend that's not the reality, like, of what's happening. And these are important stories. Like, G Herbo is one of the biggest artists to come out of Chicago. Yeah. So it's like, we're going to talk about his career and the things he's saying in his lyrics and the stories behind them. Like, that's just, if I'm not doing it, somebody else is going to.
Absolutely.
But yo, the gangsters always going to deny the crimes to the very end. You know, I feel like Thug, it's like, obviously he's going to say, don't use my lyrics against me. I didn't do any of that shit. But
he's guilty for sure.
But going that next step to say, yo, we need to protect black art. This is racism. That almost, to maybe I'm not the right person to say this, but that undermines, I would say, like you say, the true black artists, the Kendricks, maybe, I don't know, Jordan Peele, whoever, where it's like, yo, if Jordan Peele put out a movie called I Killed My Neighbor, and the whole movie is a fucking 2-hour breakdown of how he killed his neighbor, and then the cops turn up and his neighbor's really dead. Is that even art? I don't know if you can even call that art. Nah. I don't know, and I certainly am not sure we should protect that.
No, absolutely not.
But at the same time, I don't know. I do want to say though, I feel like just like for the sake of argument, you know what I mean? I feel like your angle where you're kind of like going at I don't want to offend anyone. Some of the stuff you're saying I can't say.
Speak
but like
on it. Come on, drop it.
do you feel like you're kind of like maybe not being sympathetic enough to other fellow black people that have been through those situations? Like I feel like maybe you want to paint King Von as this demon. You don't have the same sympathy for him maybe that I do. But like I don't know your background or like what you've been through.
Yeah.
Maybe you have seen someone killed in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't turn you into a demon, but it turned him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I when I hear those stories, I don't know, maybe like you say, maybe I've got more sympathy because I'm white, but it's like, when I hear King Von and his son talking about my OG got killed in front of me, that turned me into a demon, bro. I can't, even no matter how many people Von killed, I can't help but feel like, damn, like I got sympathy for that. That would, if I saw my mum killed in front of me, I might have to slide.
Yeah, hey, you know who I feel sympathy for? So there was a Kanye video that like resurfaced recently, and he was in it's like Southside Chicago and on stage, right, at this like seminar event. And this kid pick up his mic and say, yo, hey man, I'm so and so, you know, I'm not no gang member. I've never made no bad decisions. I go to school, I'm an athlete, you know, I'm doing all of the right things. But I done lost 4 friends this year due to the streets, and I feel like I'm next. Breaking down. And this is the kid who had never made any wrong decisions in his life. So who I feel sorry for, or kids like that who are growing up environments and being traumatized, all right, and they're living in absolute fear. Why? Because people like King Von and them are choosing to do all the wrong shit and create this hostile fucking environment for. Listen, if they want to go like to like Squid Games, Adventurous Islands, and duke it out with the Opps and kill themselves, do you? I don't give a fuck. Die. But when they create these environments for kids, like the ones who was begging Kanye West for help was, yo, what do I do? How do I survive this? Who made all the right decisions in life? Who ain't never done nothing wrong? And that kid life is tormented because of people like King Von. I don't give a fuck about no type of inconvenience they're going through now. Like, but the Opps got lost. Fuck you, right? Listen, have sympathy for that kid who is tormented. Listen. There's kids, right, who go through high school, become a star athlete, and racism ain't the reason why that kid didn't make it. No, that kid did not make it. The star athlete didn't make it to college because he got shot and killed a week before moving on campus. That's not racism. That's niggerism. Those are people like King Von and them who are doing that to our community, right? So, like, I guess it's hard for me to have sympathy because I know how destructive their behaviors are in our communities, and I just don't have sympathy. But now you you probably like just like, or from afar, like, damn man, like, yo, these people are going through some shit, bro. Listen, bro, we live in this country, right? Again, this is America, bro, where at the age of 5 years old, we get this lottery ticket, and we all get a lottery ticket. We all get this one lottery ticket, and that ticket is free K through 12 education. That's our lottery ticket. You know why? Because again, if you take that lottery ticket, hold it in your pocket, cherish it, and do what you got to do from 9th to 12th grade, if you do everything you can to water that lottery ticket, yo, you can get a free ride to college by just going to school, trying hard, avoiding the bullshit, and putting in work. Get a free ride to college and do whatever you want to do. But guess what? We rather sit and say, damn, bruh, yo, man, my mom's on crack. You're right. Oh, damn, bruh, I'm only getting school lunch. My stomach ain't full. Nigga, shut the fuck up. So, nigga, bro, that's your situation. You can't do shit about your situation. Fix it, right? So, nah, bro, listen, I have no sympathy. King Von, ducking them, or every street nigga, bro, please don't have no sympathy for them niggas, bro.
See, I feel like a lot of what you just said, like your heart's in the right place, bro. For me, one of the most moving type of comments that I get a lot of comments on my videos, especially the Chicago stuff, where people say, yo, I'm from Chicago. I grew up around some of these situations. Yeah. I went to fucking electrician's college, got out, got my business, moved the hell out of there. I feel like I dodged a bullet, and watching these videos makes me realize what a bullet I dodged. And there's another thing from that No Limit video where one of the young guys who's very famous passed away very early, G Fazo.
Yeah.
You know, a young guy who lost his life, that really affected people like G Herbo, Bibby. He was a close friend of theirs.
Yeah.
But a part of that story not a lot of people know is that his brother, after his death, became very depressed and decided to leave the area, ended up playing international basketball, and just was like, got the hell out of that situation, and was from that situation. But seeing that go on, he decided, yo, I'm gonna break the chain, I'm gonna get out of this. And I think it's like those things, those stories, those perspectives, I think are really important, and they don't get held up enough because people aren't as excited to hear about some dude that went to electrician's college and got his own business going as they are hearing about King Von, who made $2 million talking about smoking Tuka and all that kind of thing. And I feel like what you've just described, where you're saying like, yo, in my opinion, America is the best place in the world.
Yeah, of course.
It's the most entrepreneurial place. In the UK, it's not as entrepreneurial as America. It's not. You can't become as. It's not like we don't have the American dream. Whereas you guys, you can go from nothing to something, and that's always what attracted me to hip hop. You got rappers. Jay-Z coming out of the Marcy Projects. He's a billionaire now, bro. That's the most inspiring thing. I didn't grow up in the slums, but I grew up in a small town where nothing ever happened. So the idea of something exciting in my life happening, that's like, to me, well, Jay-Z moving out of Marcy to Bel Air or whatever it was. So I feel like what you're saying as far as people like having that lottery ticket, focusing on their education, getting out of those situations, I feel like that's the sort of thing to preach. But I feel like when you go with the ism, the N-word, I can't say what you're saying. But I feel like when you put that out there, I feel like that's what rubs people up the wrong way. And obviously, you know, at the moment, people are painting you with the brush of like, that you hate black people and stuff. But I feel like when you're describing that of like that you want people to do better in the community, that sounds like you love black people and you want them to do well. But maybe the way you get your message across is upsetting people. But I feel like you kind of do want to stoke controversy as well. So I feel like maybe you know what you're doing.
Also, like, yo, we have to wrap up because I have a live show in like 30 minutes, right?
Right.
But also, too, it's like, you know, so like, you know, you kind of have to like give people like the punch, right? Because, bro, like, fam, it's certain words, right? Like, for example, right, when we say, oh, man, you know, bro, I feel bad because you were pressed on your whole life. Oh, poor baby. Nah, fuck that nigga. Shut the fuck up and make it happen. Bro, listen, even if you don't want to make it happen, just don't kill innocent people, right? But, last question, right? Let's talk about your sons.
My sons?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know I had any sons, bro. I need a paternity
Geek.
test. Trap Geek, you know what? Trap
Daily.
Geek, I'd call Trap Geek my brother.
Okay.
Me and Trap Geek are homies, man. Trap Geek, the funny thing is, I feel like Trap Geek, I was doing the hip-hop documentary wave before Trap Geek was around.
Yeah.
But then Trap Geek came around and he really innovated the kind of hip-hop true crime wave, which was a new thing. You know, I didn't even know about King Von before Trap Geek was covering him, right? And so, listen, I would say this to Trap Geek too. You know what I'm saying? I stole a bit of his sauce. He stole a bit of my sauce. It's funny because me and Trap Geek, we became friends. But at the start, when we first kind of discovered each other, we were hating on each other. Like, yo, this guy's getting in on my trap. This guy's getting on my trap. We got damn near the same fucking name. Like, all this stuff. And then at a certain point, one day I was just like, I need to be friends with this guy. Because, like, I don't think there's many people going through like what me and him are going through. Like we're basically living the same life. We're at home in our little fucking houses in the middle of wherever, and like learning about this shit, making these documentaries. So shout out to Trap Geek. He's definitely the homie, and what he did for the game to kind of bring the sort of true crime hip hop stuff to the forefront was crazy. Hip Hop Daily, fuck Hip Hop Daily, bro. I'm Hip Hop Daily K, because they just be stealing videos, bro. I dropped a video on Lil Durk's father, which is a video no one else would think to make, bro. No one's making a video about Lil Durk's GD father who served like 27 years in jail and then got out. And I did that video. Not only did I make a video about Lil Durk's father, but I also I told the whole story of how he was a GD drug dealer, ended up getting caught up in this case, got caught with a few $1 million, went to jail, converted to Islam, came out, and then I did a whole chapter on like, yo, Lil Durk's dad, Big Durk, is doing work in the community in Chicago trying to convince young people to stop the gun crime, to stop the violence. That was, to me, I was like, yo, this is actually a positive story. Hip Hop Daily stole the whole story, literally assets and videos and assets and clips from my video, screenshotted it to the point where it's like there's an annotation that I did on his video, removed all the positive shit out of it, got like 800,000 views more than me.
Yeah.
So that he
condensed like your work to like 7 minutes.
So, but at the same time, look, I'll be honest. I do have some respect for Hip Hop Daily in the sense that like whoever's behind that, they've built up a machine where the Andrew Callahan, like the people that are hating, where they're like, yo, these people are just monetizing gang violence. Hip Hop Daily is probably the one where I'd say that it's most, because there's no face to it.
Yeah.
There's no like conscious analysis behind the stories of like, yo, why is this happening? Yeah. You know, it's like with my FBG Duck video, for example, I try and be very sympathetic, but I also have a 15-minute chapter where I talk about Duck's mum. And I say, yo, look at what Duck's mum went through with this shit.
Yeah.
And the grief. She lost 2 sons to this gang war. She wasn't a gangster. Like, she didn't have a card to play in this whole thing. You never hear people talking about the mothers of young people that get involved in gangs circumstances, right? Hip Hop Daily ain't doing no conscious shit. It's just like, this person shot that person. Some of the information in those videos are false. You talk to 1090 Jake, Hip Hop Daily stolen a bunch of 1090 Jake hip hop videos, revoiced them, taken the same assets. So I kind of don't respect that, but I do respect the fact that, hey, they fucking used the robot voice, stole a bunch of people's content, and surpassed everyone else. They got 1 million subs and I haven't. So you know what I'm saying? I got to give that shine.
Right? Because for him, though, you know, and here's how he can surpass you guys, right? Because, yo, like, if you're taking 2 weeks to find the information and do what you got to do, and all he got to do is just
wait for me to upload, and then drop something straight after,
right? And take your shit and drop a 7-minute video. Take, like, you know, somebody else's shit, right? He can drop like this. You feel me? But here, right? So, like, other than Hip Hop Daily and Trap Geek is your brother, I'll say son, right? We say brother.
Okay.
Right? Who's also the Opps?
Who's the Opps, man?
Yeah.
Hip Hop Daily for sure.
Name other YouTubers, man. Who is Trap Lord Ross Opps? We get up out of here, but who is the Opps?
Hey, listen, Channel 5's definitely an Op after that last open.
Oh, Channel 5 the Opps?
Saying, nah, I respect Channel 5. I just feel like that video just didn't, like, you know what is funny? It's almost like, it's like, I work in this space. I make videos about fucking O Block and Jacksonville every day of the week. I'm plugged into this shit 24/7.
Yeah.
Whether it's a gang video, a video about the music, I'm in this space. He's doing videos about the Proud Boys, the Flat Earthers, the white supremacists. And he decided one day to come along and to O Block and do a video about O Block, or go to 55th Street, do a video about Crip Mac. And like, he didn't really understand what the space is about, bro. Like, someone like me or Vlad or Adam, we work in this shit every day. We know what this is about. It's like the most basic shit to just come along and be like, yeah, academics, like, is stoking the gang beef. So it felt like so unusual of just like, yo, this is not to the standard of your usual work. So, but he's not an op, because like, I respect the other work that he's done, man. Even though, you know, he wants to talk about like, oh, yo, you're like monetizing this pain. And then the next week he's got Alex Jones on, Sandy Hook denier on Patreon.
Wait though. And he unfollowed Adam.
Yeah.
And then follow AD like right after.
Andy posted a little Instagram story talking about P&B Rock.
Listen,
who's going to monetize this?
Yo, listen, man. I'll fuck with Andrew, yo, why? Because he drew the line and he's sending shots and saying, fuck this, let's go to war, right? Now, Adam really isn't interested in going to war from what, you know, like been Adam's actions, right? He just kind of been ignoring it, sort of, man. But yo, listen, man, we got to head out of here because I got my live show in like 20 minutes. Yo, bro, this was great, man. You feel me? Listen, yo, come to the live show, man. Come on now.
Where's this going on?
At a No Jumper from 6 to 8.
What now?
Yeah.
Man, I'm supposed to be doing Community at 9.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
So I don't know. I don't even know where I fucking am in LA right now. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to the next spot.
No. Yeah, right. Because we're in Burbank, so like they'll probably take you about what, an hour and 30 afterwards. Yeah. So you should probably not come to the live show.
I'm gonna find some shit to do. I might go get some food or something. You can give me some food recommendations.
Yo, listen. When I come to the UK,
bro, pull up.
I won a traveler world tour. Wait. Do you date black girls?
I have dated black girls in the past.
How about now?
I'm currently dating a white girl. I'm not dating based on race, but I've dated black girls.
Like a hip hop girl, or I want it that way?
Maybe the second. She's like a country girl, because I used to live in London, where obviously there's way more black people, because London's like much more diverse than the rest of the UK. Yeah. So I lived in London for 8 years. Dated some very nice black women in that time. You know what I'm saying? But I moved out of London.
Wait. Last thing, right?
Here we go.
I forgot to touch on this, man. Andrew Tate and Sneeko just got taken down.
Yeah.
Do YouTube now have a problem with their censorship?
Yo, so I saw Sneeko got taken down. I don't know why or what the story is behind that. So I can't.
Guideline strikes,
I can't really comment on that. But I was saying this to the guys on the other show I was on yesterday. I don't think Andrew Tate was ever kicked off YouTube.
No.
He removed himself from YouTube
Oh.
before he could get a strike. And I feel like Andrew Tate's whole thing of like, oh, I got cancelled. I think a little bit of it.
Conspiracy theories.
Listen, here's my conspiracy theory, right? And I don't actually have anything specifically against Andrew Tate. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't disagree with some of the things he says either. But I think he's finessing everyone. I think he conveniently, oh, my YouTube's gone. I never had a TikTok right at the height of his career because I think it was about to be time for people to just get bored of Andrew Tate. Yeah. People kind of heard it all. Women can't drive. Okay, we heard that now. Well, we heard that take. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he had his debate with Hassan. He went on with Adam Ross. Oh, with Hustlers University, we're going to teach you how to make money on the internet. Fine. We'd kind of heard it all. So I feel like, and I got to give him credit, the smartest move was probably to be like, get cancelled right at the top. And now it's like, he went right to the top. Oh, he got cancelled. Yeah. And now all the mystique is still around Andrew Tate of like, yo, what's Top G going to do next? Because if he hadn't done that, I think he would just slowly fade out and next guy would have, maybe Sneeko would have just become the guy.
Yeah, of course.
But it looks like Sneeko's been taken off. But I feel like everybody's
fit next. Because come on, man. Because like,
here's the thing, right? I know we haven't got too much. We're basically ending the show. Like, I went on Fresh and Fit. I basically was like the first guest on Fresh and Fit after they got cancelled for their whole thing with Joe Budden and all that stuff, which was very bad timing. But Fresh and Fit, you know, they made their decision of just like, yo, fuck everyone. We're not going to apologize. We're not going to let anyone cancel us. And they kind of survived that. I feel like they're kind of okay. But also at the same time, it's almost like it's becoming cool to get kicked off of the platform now. It's like, yo, it's cool. Like Sneeko, it's like, yo, I'm going to go to Rumble. Andrew Tate, yeah, fuck YouTube. We don't need these. But like, yo, come on, man. YouTube's fire. Like, Fresh and Fit, they don't want to be on Rumble. They should just, you know, try and be careful. Try not to piss people off too much. I know they're controversial. But, bro, YouTube's the fucking place to be, bro. Stick around on YouTube. Like, I'm not trying to get kicked off YouTube, bro. I'm going to follow the guidelines and stay around.
Bro, I feel so bad for Sneeko, bro.
Yeah, that's
from like 800,000 on one, like 700,000, and on your other channel, making about, I'm assuming, like 50,000 a month to 100K.
So it must have been balling off that.
Man, bro. And YouTube, please don't cancel me, man. You listen, bro. Yo, listen, Traveling Roars, this here was fucking amazing, man. Yo, I feel bad kind of approaching on Adam's interview because I'll be real, bro. I don't think that like whatever y'all do tomorrow is going to top this conversation. You feel me?
Hey, I got a few things up my sleeve I'm saving for Adam, so we'll see. We got some fire for Adam, but this has been great, bro. It's been great.
Man. Yo, listen, man. Sub, like, whatever you got to do, man. Comment for the algorithm. I'm out of here, folks. Peace. Yo, what's the time right now? Yo, that's... Oh, fuck. Okay.
This guy said an hour and a half. It's not going to take an hour and a half to get anywhere unless you're trying to go to Venice Beach. But
hell no.
Oh, yeah. To Burbank is going to be like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah.
Maybe 35.
That was fire, man.